gon' pack you out.
Watching all these niggas cause they all snakes. No such thing as easy, just the hard way. Give a nigga room or take the hallway. Waiting on the nigga, you be waiting there all day.
Fuck y'all niggas.
A lot of you niggas ain't shit.
Ain't shit.
The nigga that you riding with a bitch.
Y'all know it.
Skinny jean nigga with a switch. I called you out, nigga, now you
Why you
pissed.
mad, nigga?
All you Twitter gangsters, quit.
Stop.
All your beats is petty, quit.
Stop.
Since I got a gun, I'ma use it.
What?
Keep it real for my fans and the music. Jumping on routes, no pass.
No pass.
Dropping to the lane, no pass.
No pass.
Niggas playing games, no pass.
No pass.
I'ma give them what they want, a reaction. No more passes. No more passes. No more passes.
Pull up, we gon' pack you out.
No more passes. No more passes. No more passes.
Pull up, we gon' pack you out.
A lot of you niggas ain't loyal. Different tree, same soil. Fuck around, might even call yourself loyal. Same fountain, different oil. I told you these niggas ain't shit.
Told you.
Riding around with the Rams and the whips. But if you need it, they ain't never got it.
Broke niggas.
They be them broke niggas always flossing. Y'all know these niggas ain't real out
Y'all
here.
niggas ain't real.
All coked up and pills out here.
Pill poppin'.
Got these youngsters looking weird out here. You a weirdo, nigga. You ain't from around here. Call a shot, nigga, slow like molasses.
Slow,
nigga, fake. They ain't really with the action.
ain't with it.
Let's get a few things clear around here. Ain't gonna be no more passes out here. No more passes.
In a world where men are increasingly becoming the minority, the Too Much Moxie podcast is the show where men can come and talk and address some issues that affect them. For example, provider stress syndrome, PSS, is an epidemic affecting today's generation of males. The modern women are more independent and look down on their men, and when you are not being appreciated or celebrated enough as a man, it can lead into serious symptoms such as suicidal, depression, substance abuse, etc., which in fact may be at its root what PSS/provider stress syndrome really means. The goal of the Too Much Moxie podcast is to help men to better understand themselves, their relationships, and what it means to be a man. In today's society, it seems like the only thing that matters is being rich, successful, and powerful.
What you don't want to do, and this is what they don't want to tell you, you don't go somewhere and marry in an environment which a bunch of other dudes get to fornicate with the same woman you don't get to fornicate with. But you get to marry. That's when you know you don't want to marry, because you're actually being insulted by being chosen for marriage. When a chaste woman chooses you for marriage, that's a compliment. When an unchaste woman chooses you for marriage, that's an insult. Even if they don't think it is. And as a matter of fact, they know that it is. They know it's an insult. Saying that when you accept that stepdad role before you have your own, she looks at you as a genetic inferior. And so you can't come back from that. You can't convince her of anything else at that point. That's it. You're a genetic inferior. End of. She can't see you any other way.
Men, and you're trying to dictate to us what we should do, what I should be telling these men. You came to my page to tell me that I need to tell these men that they need to come to the table with a group of women who have the highest rate of abortion, who have an increasing incarceration rate, who have the highest rate of divorce, who have the highest rate of STDs, the highest out-of-wedlock birth rate, who have known around the world for being strong, independent, and don't need a man, who have, for the past 55 years, used television, radio, mass media of all sorts, movies from The Color Purple to Stella's Got a Groove Back, to tell the world that the black man is nothing. And you want me to tell these black men who trust me and love me and appreciate my opinion because I'm truthful to them, that, oh yeah, brother, now it's time to go back to the table because Ivy Johnson said so. That's what you want me to do?
Yeah. We're terrified.
Yeah, I feel like I join the choir. Shit, I should go to church. Amen. Praise the Lord. Amen. Amen. Praise the Lord. choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, it was wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, man, this chicken got real wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir. What you know about losing your best friend, or losing your best man, losing your blood brother from a senses, wishing you can free him again. All the real niggas put y'all hands in the air for the real niggas y'all can lost. All the real niggas chuck y'all gang in the air for all the bitch niggas y'all done tossed. Man, this shit got real crazy, feel like we losing niggas on the daily. All I had tears in my eyes, anger said somebody need to die. I was trying to get some get back, they killed my homie of a bitch, nigga. I be down, won't get my get back. Let's crack a look at me wrong, that boy about to get his shit pushed back. I think I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, it was wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, man, this chicken got real wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir.
All right. Welcome to the Too Much Moxie podcast. I am your humble host, Too Much, and I'm definitely in the building. We back, y'all. We back. Bigger, better than ever. I'm going to be streaming a lot more this month. I know I took like a month off, had to get some things situated. Had to revamp the site, new logos, put up a AI art studio online, muchoart.com. Go to muchoart.com. You will not be disappointed. Get you some wall art, get you some fresh tees. Soon we're doing hats, we're gonna do socks, we're gonna do shoes. So just stay tuned, man. AI art is gonna kill the game, man. We're doing some amazing things. So with that being said, man, we about to get into it today. We about to cook, man. This is a late show, so I don't expect people to be up. It's a Monday night, 11 p.m., but the show must go on. You know what I'm saying? So this was for my late nighters out here. If y'all late nighters are out here, man, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat room. If you're the late nighter out here, put a 1 in the chat because we up. We're in the building. It's Monday night. Some of y'all got work in the morning. Where my entrepreneurs at? Where my entrepreneurs at? Where my brothers who can golf on a Monday? That's what I want to talk to tonight. What's going on? Where y'all at? Where my midnight owl? Where my night owls at? Those that just can't get no sleep, man. Y'all still up? You might as well turn on the podcast. Might as well check out the Too Much Moxie podcast, man, because we're about to kick that science. Y'all see the thumbnail? Do you see the thumbnail? Shocking revelation. Shocking, isn't it? It's shocking. Sterile man discovers he has 3 kids after 15 years of marriage. Now this video was sent to me by a good buddy of mine, man, and I said, you know what, this is noteworthy to bring this to the show, man, because it's tough what men go through. It's tough how men are being shamed for being masculine, for sticking up for themselves. It sucks that the men today are better men, more successful men, and they can't even get what their grandfather has 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago from a woman. Their grandfather made less money, got him a beautiful wife, submissive, traditional, caring, family-oriented. Today's male who did in the Western world, what do you get? Are you getting a wife? Chances are she wasn't trained to be a wife. Man, I'm looking like should I kill that thing? I think I see a spider. It's crawling. I gotta kill it. Let me go kill it. I'll be right back. I gotta kill this thing. Nah, I'm gonna let it go. It's gonna live. You're gonna live today. You're gonna live today, nigga. But if I see you in this house again, I got you. I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna step on you. Yeah, just crawl up out of here. Yeah, okay. But yeah, man, brothers, man, men are getting a bad deal all around. You know what I'm telling you? Getting a bad deal, man. Today's women are way more promiscuous, brother, than they even was 20 years ago. I graduated in 98, yo. We're in 2023. In 98, I can actually tell you that you can probably might find some decent women still out there. But then the babies had babies. You see what I'm saying? Then the single mothers just shot through the roof. The independent woman just came out of nowhere. I don't want no scrub. But you a scrub too. I want a man with a car. But you walking too. You walking too. It's all good, man. We gonna cook today. We gonna cook today. I'm not gonna be long winded, man. I'm already like I think we're about 11 minutes into the broadcast, man. We're about to get it, man. We're about to jump into it, man. I just how can I say this? It's shocking. Got a video for y'all. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna watch the video. We're gonna dissect it. We're going to look into it, man, because it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth that of us to do a little case study, if I may call it that. So let's get into it, y'all. Fuck it. We're into it. Let's go all the way in. Let's go.
Rooms. I'm there for my kids, even though they're not my kids, but they are my kids. I mean, I'm there for my kids. I'm the only father they know. So I've been doing the best that I can with this whole situation.
One thing I'm not gonna do.
All right, the doctor walks in and tells me I'm in good health, but I'm sterile. I'm like, talking about I'm sterile. I got 3 kids. I don't make no damn sense to me. I don't understand. I'm sterile. I don't know. It blows my mind. You know, I got 3 kids. One's 15, one's 12, one's 7. So I'm like, I don't understand that. So anyway, I go home and I just start thinking, it's got to be my kids. But I started thinking about the fact that every time we watch like those Ancestry.com commercials, they come on and my wife kind of always turns the channel. I'm like, why you always turn it? I notice you always turn the channel. She's like, those are stupid. They don't even work. And I'm like, anyway, I started really thinking. I'm like, if I'm sterile, and the doctor said I've always been sterile. It's not like something that it's always been genetically since I was born. I started thinking, I'm like, man, I'm going to have to go ahead and get these kids tested. You know, I really didn't want to. I wanted to believe that my wife wouldn't do this to me, but I have to get my kids tested. So even though they're not my kids, but they are my kids. I mean, I'm there for my kids. I'm the only father they know. So I've been doing the best that I can with this whole situation.
One thing I'm not gonna do.
All right, the doctor walks in and tells me I'm in good health, but I'm sterile. I'm like, talking about I'm sterile. I got 3 kids. I don't make no damn sense to me. I don't understand.
I'm gonna stop it there. I know we went back and we're redoing the video. I had to upload onto another presentation slide so I can give y'all this game here. But yeah, I'm trying to give y'all this game here. Let's do this. So, brother goes into the doctor's office and finds out he's always been sterile. Always been sterile. Brother finds out he's always been that has got to be some information right there. That gotta be like a blow. That's like a gut shot. A quick gut check, like bah. And then to realize you got 3 kids. And then your own woman, she knows you sterile. She knows you shoot blanks, but she's getting pregnant. And every time something come on with DNA, she doesn't believe in it. All of a sudden, she's not a believer. Mandatory DNA test, paternity test, man, is what we need to fight for in America, man. Mandatory paternity test. So these women can stop lying and putting other people's kids off on us. Let's finish this story, man. He ain't done. He ain't done. He's telling his story. He's telling his side. Let's finish it up. Let's get back into it.
Out. I don't know. It blows my mind. You know, I got 3 kids. One's 15, one's 12, one's 7. So I'm like, I don't understand that. So anyway, I go home and I just start thinking, it's got to be my kids. But I started thinking about the fact that every time we watch like those ancestry.com commercials, they come on and my wife kind of always turns the channel. I'm like, why you always turn it? I notice you always turn the channel. She's like, those are stupid. They don't even work. And I'm like, anyway, I started really thinking. I'm like, if I'm sterile, and the doctor said I've always been sterile. It's not like something that it's always been genetically since I was born. I started thinking, I'm like, man, I'm going to have to go ahead and get these kids tested. You know, I really didn't want to. I wanted to believe that my wife wouldn't do this to me, but I have to get my kids tested. So I secretly get a little sample of all of them. I go to the damn, the ancestry.com place or whatever. And anyway, get them tested. Then I think about this. My wife got a birthday coming up. We got to throw this big birthday bash. We already been planned on it. So, basically I got the whole birthday bash planned. And then basically what happens is I get all of our families there, birthday bash. I get the...
Now we're going to stop it there. We got, man, you see his brother's cooking. He's leading up to something. He done got his kid tested and he found out that they are not his. Let that sink in for a minute. Where my men at? My men. The men. Let's talk to the men real quick. My men. Okay? This has got to be news. This has got to be disheartening, right? However you want to put it, it got to be disheartening. You just got news that you sterile. That's probably let down. Heart just dropped. But you got 3 kids. I don't know if you and your wife been fighting or not. We don't know. But let's say they've always had a good relationship. Let's just say they've always had a good relationship. So he thought. You can't put nothing past a woman. A woman does not know how to be fair. All she knows is how she feels. And that's it. Her feelings are the most important thing to her. Not logic, not loyalty. It's none of those things. It's her feel. It's how she feels. So she knows brothers shooting blanks, so she goes and she goes outside. She'll get some outside deal. Let's finish the story with this gentleman. Let's get back into the story, man. This brother's this is one of them stories, man, that just, it's just like, wow, man. Wow, this is something you would never wish on any. This is something you don't want any man to have to experience. But let's be real. Men all over the U.S. are experiencing this. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. Let's not lie about it. Let's look at Jamaica. 70 to 80% of the kids in Jamaica are not born from the same father. Some other man is raising another man's baby, and that woman doesn't care. That woman doesn't care about your legacy. She doesn't care. She just cares about how she feels. She wants light skin, green eyes, good hair. That's what she wanted babies to look like. Not dark-skinned, not black. She doesn't love herself. So she wants light skin, green. I'm just throwing stuff out, but you know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm getting at. Look at how this woman did this man. He's like, my wife would not. That simp chip is real, y'all. A lot of us, especially in the black community, you've been programmed with to simp for these women. You're programmed to believe these women, to trust these women. All men in the U.S., we've been programmed to believe all women. We've been programmed to believe that these women can do no wrong. We've been programmed to believe that these women look at the inside, the character of a man. They're not worried about the outside appearance of a man. That's wrong. Women care just as much as men do about looks, if not more. A man could overlook a beautiful woman for a more traditional woman, but can a woman overlook a handsome man for a more traditional man? That is the question. Can a woman, we know men settle, men can settle, but can a woman settle? And why does she think she's above settling when everybody has to? Why does she stay out so long in the dating market into her 30s, 40s, and 50s and think it's okay? Why does she believe that she's going to find a man to take care of her at any age she desires? Like her beauty doesn't run out, like she's never going to hit the wall. Few women are lucky to where they can carry that beauty on into that old age. Majority of women need to dial it back in and get a serious wake-up call. Let's go back to the video, man. Let's get back into it.
The popular mixologist in town. Chief of police comes because he works with my wife sometimes at our company. So chief of police, this whole big thing, you know, because I want to make a big splash. It's her birthday, you see? So what ends up happening at a certain point, we bring the big birthday cake out. You know those big birthday cakes you see on the movies? Got one of those big ones. And then I had a woman come out and and she held up the sign that said, "You lying bee."
Ooh.
And it blew everyone's mind. It blew her mind. What is this about? What is this about? And I was like, you know what? No, this is about? It's about the fact that this mixologist is his son. Hey, look, meet your daddy right here. I straight up had to tell him, this is your dad. Chief of police, hey, this is your, that was, so 15-year-old mixologist, that's his daddy. Chief of police, the 12-year-old, that's his daddy. And I mean, I was hurt. I was hurt. I mean, I was so hurt. I decided I just had to sleep in my car, man. I couldn't be in this house. I couldn't be around her. Just all these lies. I mean, I've been raising these kids for 15 years. There's no way they're mine. They're not. I'm sterile. Like,
wow. Bring it to the party. It's her birthday. He set that up, didn't he? Wow. So I gotta say, wow, he set that up. Think about what he just did. He brought the sheriff or the police officer, some other dude that she think all three of his kids had 3 different daddies. And they weren't by him. Because he's sterile. Still want to trust that woman you're sleeping next to? Does this make you want to DNA test the kids that you have and make sure they're yours? Why is it that women get upset because a man wants to know if his child is his? Oh, you don't trust me? Oh, you scandalous? You gonna do me like that? Why do women get all upset and uptight when a man try to ask for a paternity test on his children? You know why? Because she's afraid you might find out. She don't even know. She's hoping the child is yours. Because in the back of her mind, she knows what she did. And she added it up. It's too close. Chances are it's not your child. And she never wants you to find out. She wants to go to the grave. She wants to take it to the grave. These women are freaking messing up their kids' lives for some selfishness. Bringing children into the world that shouldn't have been brought into the world. And raising them like they're another man's child. These women are baby stealers, man. They steal babies from other men and put them on other men. They have babies with lesser men and then try to get greater men to father those kids. How desperate, how dumb, how ignorant, how stupid, how idiotic is that? These hoes ain't good, man. These hoes ain't good. Let's get back into it. Can't trust them. Can't trust a big butt and a smile. That girl is, you know what I'm saying? She's poison.
So basically, I just, I'm in my car, sleeping in my car, going to work, doing the normal thing I do. And I just was, running into different issues and felt the need that I needed to go. I really needed to go back to church. I just really wanted to do that.
Jesus
And
Christ.
was getting some good, like the preacher and a lot of different people giving me some good advice and some good guidance, kind of helping me to understand that, it's not the kids' fault. You've been there for the kids, you know what I mean? Then I start finding out there's some problems. Kids are having problems in school because their dad's not there. They used to having their dad for 15 years. I haven't been there, so I start going back, being there for my kids and everything like that or whatever. But I have to let her know. I'm like, I don't know if we can work this out. I don't know. I mean, possibly, but I'm here for my kids. I'm going to try to be here for my kids because I feel like it's the right thing to do. It's what God wants me to do, and I think it's the best thing to do. So that's what I decided to do. Later on, you find out.
Let me stop it here, man. They programmed a lot of us men to take on this burden. I remember back in the day, I know back in my dad's day, being a stepfather was considered honorable. They did that on purpose, you guys. Because being a stepfather is not honorable. There's no honor in being a stepfather. There's no honor in raising children that aren't yours. I'm sorry to say that. What did that man get? Let's ask the question. What did that man get for raising those kids for all those years? Yeah, of course those kids are going to start having problems because it's not the father's fault. It's the mother's fault. It's the mother's fault. She lied. She had those kids under false pretense. She lied to those kids, or she lied to that man saying, "This is your father. These are your children." She lied, and she knew about it. She probably didn't know he was sterile. But then again, she probably did. She probably did. She probably had an idea. Or she was like the most dumb women. She was hoping that those kids were actually that man and not somebody else's. That her sins will not come back to haunt her. Now those kids are messed up, and now this nigga is a simp. Because he's having simp thoughts. Oh, I need to go back. I need to go take it. It's not those kids' fault. It's the mama's. Why are the kids having something? Man, listen. I know we all want to know what's we want to do the right thing, and we want to, let's just call it what it is. Western men are simps. You couldn't get no Eastern man to do what this Western man is doing. Western men are weak and they're simps, okay? A majority of because they're raised to be nice. They're not raised to be generous. They're not raised to be kind. They're raised to be nice, and nice means take advantage of me. Nice means you can ask me for something and I'm going to give it to you, even if I don't have it or even if I don't want you, because I just want to be nice. No, brother, you should not be taking care of those kids. I hate to say, let them suffer. There's no benefit. Listen, the kids today, especially this generation of kids, they don't appreciate the parents. They don't appreciate the father. They don't appreciate the mother. They back these kids, they grow up today to hate the father and the mother, especially the mother. They love the mother so much, but they can't stand the mother so much at the same time. And they're confused and they're emotional about it because they don't know how. They don't know. They haven't had a male figure to show them how to balance those emotions. So you got these effeminate males and these masculine women who don't know how to balance their emotion. Brother's a simp, man. I know some people might think, oh man, he's a good dude for going back. No, man, he's just wasting his time. It's more of his attachment than their attachment. I mean, they're attached, but he's vested. That's a tough position to be a man to be in, a man, to raise some kids you think were your own, and then to find out that you're not your own, and then to just abandon them. I know it's hard. But there's nothing in it. There's no fruit. You're not bearing fruit, my brother. You're barren. You're not bearing fruit. You're not bearing fruit. But I get it, man. You had that taste of a fatherhood. You fathered those kids. You were there in their lives since they were born. I mean, it's not your fault that woman was just a terrible woman. But it's not your fault. It's not them kids' fault. They're the byproduct of the sin. Tough situation, man. But yeah, man. Don't save them, man. Don't save these hoes, man. Don't save them.
Because I have a 7-year-old. We didn't know who his dad was. So basically, after a certain amount of time with the ancestry.com, like other people will get tested and everything like that or whatever. And then I got an alert from the email alert. And I'm like, really? So we kind of find out that it's just NBA Hall of Famers. I'm like,
oh wow, she's sleeping with NBA niggas too. She is just, she cannot be trusted, man. She decided to have her fun at her husband's expense. She decided to break her vows, not take her vows seriously, at her husband's expense. I mean, why don't they put women in jail for this? She should go to jail, man. She should not be able to do that to him, man. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. She should not be able to do this to a man. Western society is dog eat dog, man. It's crazy. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out. Flying to Kenya. I'm out of here. I don't want any more of this matrix. I don't want any more of it. I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't want no more of it, y'all. I'm good. I can do without. Let's get back into it. Let's finish this video. I can do without.
tripping. I'm like, this can't be the case. I go and ask her. I'm like, who's his dad? She's like, yes, that's his. I'm like, because my son. I mean, man, my son, he could ball. He could ball, and I ain't got no athletic skills.
Wow. That kid was probably fathered by Michael Jordan. I don't know. Probably Michael Jordan's kid. Who knows, man? I'm just joking. But isn't that crazy? Isn't that freaking crazy? She was having a hot girl summer while she was married. And the dude didn't know the wife. She had 3 kids, 3 outside babies on them. So at least we know she stepped out 3 times in the marriage, but we obviously know that it was more than that. But 3 of them she definitely got credit for because she caught. She's caught. Unbelievable. That's all I can say. Unbelievable. That's all I can say to that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's get into it, man. Let's talk about this some more. Let's do a little deeper dive. It's just us here. It's just us friends and constituents here now. This is why I tell y'all, man, to get your passports. You gotta travel. Don't just think that all women are like American women. You gotta travel. Get your butt to the Philippines. Get your butt to Kenya. Get your butt to East Africa. Get your butt to Brazil. Get your butt to Colombia. Matter of fact, mad Negroes are in Colombia right now. Them women out there, oh my God. Let me tell you, I'd had me a Colombian before. Mm-hmm. And man, when I tell you them Colombians, bro, mm-hmm. You know, it's just better women outside the country. It's just better. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. There's better women outside the country. Finer, more natural women. If you're a black man and you love black women, but you're not happy with the black woman that you're bumping into, understand that there are more black women outside of the U.S. than there are inside of the U.S. Understand that these women who are promiscuous, who are foul-mouthed, who are masculine, who are being run through like a track meet, you know what I'm saying? They exist, but don't exist on the level that they exist here in the U.S. Understand that they exist, but not at the same magnitude and the level of what we have here in the U.S. The women in the U.S. is hoes, all of them. There are no virgins. I was talking to a buddy of mine, man. He's talking about all the women he used to date in Utah. They're throat goats because of their religion, right? All the Mormon chicks he used to date. He said he would get head like on the first day. He didn't always get a chance to sleep with them. But imagine, a lot of these Mormon brothers, their wives are throat goats when they were younger because they weren't given. Yeah, they may still have kept intact. They may have been virgins, but throat goat 3,000. But then again, they got a lot of practice. And I guess they're able to please their husband in many ways. But you're kissing that woman who's probably had 1,000 dicks in her mouth. Jesus Christ, 1,000. See, I don't care what nobody says. Body count is a problem for men. We don't want women with so much experience, so much miles. We don't. Women want the men with experience, but men want the women with little to no experience. 1 or 2 partners at the most. That's what we want. We don't want to know you've been getting your back blown out all these years. I mean, look at this. Look at this woman. I mean, once you start having sex, it's a wrap. It's hard to stop. Look at these women, man. I had a buddy of mine tell me a woman was like, hey, I'm just looking for some dick. Women told me I'm just looking for some dick. Yeah, I mean, that's good that you want to get my number and everything, but what are you going to do? I need some dick. Can you believe that? These women are getting bold like I need some dick. We got to have this conversation, y'all. We got to talk about it, man. These women ain't right. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to warn you. I'm trying to give you the A1 sauce. I'm trying to give you these jewels here. Let you know that, hey, man, there's no reason you should be a stepdad. Let me tell you something. I always say this, man. There's always exceptions to the rules, but don't bank on it. If you're going to date or marry a single mother who has young children, if you're going to do that, make sure she's an exceptional woman. Make sure she's really learned from her past lessons and her past transgressions and her hoish ways and her jumping from dick to riding the cop carousel. Make sure she's actually learned. And really, just know you don't have to take on any woman with kids if you don't want to, if you're a single man with no kids. You don't have to take on, I don't care if you're a man with kids, you don't have to take on any woman with kids. She has to settle. She has to take you on. She has to submit to you. You are not submitting to her. You are the leader. You set, this is your standard, not her standards. And your standard should be a lot higher than hers and make her come up there if she's going to deal with you. Follow me? We ain't doing a long podcast tonight, y'all. We ain't doing a long podcast tonight. I just want to throw that in your ear. I just want to throw that bug in your ear. Y'all see the thumbnail. Shocking revelation. Shocking. Sterile man discovers he has kids. He has 3 kids. And of course they're not his because he's sterile. These punk ass women. Lying ass hoes. They just be lying, brother. They want to always talk about the men, what the men do, but they never want to talk about what they're doing. These women are sleeping with Negroes with no condoms on. Jeez Christ. That brother could have got an STD back. Thank God he didn't get an STD. Thank God she didn't bring no STDs to that man. I feel for you, brother. I feel for you, brother, but don't ever be a simp. Refuse simping. Put your hand on the TV screen and say, Jesus, I don't want to be a simp no more. Please heal me from my symptoms. Deliver me. Deliver me from the simp demon. Yeah, it's a spirit. It's a demon, all right. Simping ain't good for nobody. Don't fall back. Don't you once a woman does that to you, there's no more trust. The loyalty's gone. You don't go back. I don't care for the kid. You don't go back. I'm sorry, you gotta let those kids go. They'll understand when they get older. Hey, they may not like the fact that you abandoned them, but nigga, when they have kids of their own, they'll understand. They better hope them kids are there, because their mama already set up the present. I mean, you'd be surprised how many men and women are upset with their mama. You'd be surprised. They love their mama, but they can't stand because she does so much shit. She's so fucking selfish. All she really cares about of herself. She's not really that nurturing. She's at the club trying to get the same man you got. She's bragging to her friends, hey man, I got this youngster try to talk to me the other day. Yeah, I gave him my number. I might give him Are you serious? You better run and get that dick, because that's you hit the wall already. Nobody really wants you. It's just I'm bored and I need to poke something. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. I just want to play that video for you guys, man. Do a quick review. You know, it's not going to be long-winded, man, but y'all see where we at, man. Y'all see the signs of the times. Where my 144,000 at? That's what I'm looking for. What 144,000 of my righteous brothers who did not bow their knee and who will not bow their knee to Balenciagas, these brands, these corporations, to the Matrix. I need my 144,000 to start pouring our brothers how to get out of the Matrix. That's where we're at, y'all. That is where we're at. You know, man, I hope y'all enjoying the content, man. We about to spice it up and get a little better, man. But you know, we had to do some revamping. We definitely have to do some revamping of the website here. Go ahead and hit that Cash App. Go ahead and hit that thanks button. No super chats during this broadcast. We didn't have, we delayed broadcast. But we're going to start building this thing back up. We're going to start getting 100, 200, 300 people in the room because we're going to work. We're going to work out here. We're going to work out here. So just want to leave y'all with that, man. Yeah, man. Tough thing, man, to find out that those 3 kids aren't yours and that your wife was a cheating ass whore. Can't say anything better than that. But this has been an episode of the Too Much Moxie podcast. I am your humble host, Too Much, and we are out. Peace.